Right, let's have a little chat about the Arb Show. I go to the Arb Show every single year, so over the years I've seen loads of different things at the Arb Show, and I've also seen it deteriorate, which is quite sad to see. I've been today, Saturday the 17th. It's nothing like it used to be. Half the vendors are not there, some of the bigger brands aren't there. There's not a lot of machinery there, there's not really much going, which for the Arb Show, that's completely different to the APF. So when I say I used to go to the Arb Show, I mean I'm not exactly an Arb Show veteran. I've gone for the last 6 years, 6-7 years. So I have seen changes to the Arb Show, some good, some bad. I mean, like I say, a lot of the big brands are not really there as such. They're just sort of clinging on to the other brands, so they're going in a bunch. So I feel like I can have quite an unbiased opinion because I'm not tied into anything. I'm not being paid to make this video. I'm not on any brand deal or anything with any certain brands, so I can quite openly say my opinion on every single brand if I really wanted to. So I've always used Arbortech, for example, for my boots, my trousers, a lot of my t-shirts I wear for work, and I've done that but basically since I left college and since I was in college. So when I first started doing tree work, I've always used Arbortech. I've always brought boots, I've always brought the trousers, but that is changed now, and that's just for a number of reasons basically. The trousers are shit, the stitching comes out, the zips are shit. They say that it's down to, you know, being at work, you're rushing, you're cramming your phone in your pocket and the zip breaks. I wouldn't say that's the case, but if that's what their, I don't know, investigations have led down to, or experiments, then okay. But with that being said, I mean, the customer service, it used to be great, it used to be brilliant, like what you'd expect. I mean, you pay £300 for a pair of trousers. I mean, I don't wear designer clothes at all. The most expensive clothes I own and will ever own are my work clothes. And paying that sort of money for, I don't know, boots, trousers, helmet, whatever it is, you kind of expect like good customer service. If you've got a problem, you expect it to either be rectified or at least acknowledged, which they do acknowledge, but nothing seems to actually come away from the conversation you have with them. You tell them your feelings, your experiences, like this is what brands should want. They want your feedback, whether it's good or whether it's bad, and then they should take that to do their own investigations, come back to you with a solution, or, you know, try and rectify the problem, which they don't really do. I think that all the climbing demos and the climbing competitions, the throw line competitions, all the little like mini games that they do throughout the days at the Arb Show, I think they're brilliant. Like, they're really good. All like the people there that are explaining the rigging, explaining all the different anchor points, SRT, DRT, whatever it is, I think that's all brilliant, and that's exactly what the Arb Show is about, in my opinion. But it's also just mainly a social, like catching up with people that either you've met on Instagram, online, whatever it is, you watch them on YouTube, whatever, and then you're actually putting a face, you know, to the name type thing, you're meeting them that way, or whether it's people you used to work with and then this is like your meeting ground. Whatever it is, I think that's what the Arb Show is about, basically. If you're going to buy stuff, you've got an 80% chance of what you're buying is there. There's not a lot there, realistically. So if you're there to buy Arbortech trousers, waterproof, Protos helmet, you know, you're gonna go home with those items because that is literally what they sell there. Or if you're after an axe, or a 261 chainsaw, or any battery saws, because that's literally all they have. They don't have, like, you know, they ain't got your 151s, they haven't got, you know, your top handle saws that you see every day in the industry, that you use every day. They don't have that there anymore. Yeah, I don't know, it's just sort of gone a bit downhill. I don't know whether it's just me that feels like this either. I think, you know, I think that other people must feel the same. Especially obviously people that have seen it for what it was years ago. You know, it was a good laugh, and I mean, it's still a good laugh now. Obviously you catch up with your friends and stuff. I used to love going just for Arbortech, just because I knew Arbortech was going, which I'll get onto in a minute. So Arbortech was like an up-and-coming brand back then. You know, all the other brands was just either black or orange. You had, obviously, you got Still PPE, Husqvarna, Tree Hog was like a new to the industry kind of brand, which it sort of still is now. And then there was Arb, which was like this up and coming brand. It was sort of flashy colours, you know, you had your greens and that sort of thing. But this was before they started going a bit wild with their designs and their colours and all that sort of stuff. So I really liked all the green stuff. So I brought a pair of green Brieflex Pro trousers, type C, and I brought some Scarfell light boots. The trousers are absolutely fine. I've still got them to this day. They still fit, but they're a bit worse for wear now because they are 6-7 years old. But the boots, I've never witnessed anything like it. So the boots were probably like 250, 300 quid, whatever it was back then. Literally 6 months, not even 6 months, probably a bit less than 6 months, 5 months of having these boots. Bearing in mind I was at college, so I wasn't even wearing these boots every day. And I wasn't doing what you'd call proper work in these boots. I had one work experience day per week. The rest of the time was at college. These boots actually fell apart. The sole was hanging on, literally by stitching. I've never witnessed as bad quality in my life. So I thought, right, I'm gonna take these boots with me to the Arb Show. I'm gonna go straight to Arbortech and I'm gonna go, look, these boots are not even 6 months old. You know, they've cost me X amount. What can we do about it? It's one of the guys, I apologise, Arbortech, if you're watching this. I don't know who it was I dealt with. I'm assuming it was someone high up. I went over. I was like, look, these boots, 5 months old. They fell apart. What can we do? And he was like, right, give me those boots. Took them straight off me. Didn't ask about them. Didn't ask what I did. Took the boots off me. Took them out the back. Don't know what he did with them. Hopefully burnt them. And then literally came out with the exact same pair of boots in black, gave them to me, brand new in the box, and said, there you go. Like, that's not on. What you've had, it's not on. From that day, I was sold on Arbortech. I was like, right, that is great customer service. He's acknowledged the problem. He's took the problem away from me. He's given me a new pair of boots. And then them boots went on for 2 years. I had those boots for 2 years then. They lasted, they were fine. So yeah, going back to the Arb Show topic, the years of going to the Arb Show and you'd come away with literally bags and bags full of free stuff, that is gone now. You'd be lucky to come away with a cap. And that is genuinely being honest. They used to give you loads of free stuff. You used to get free hats from Still, like caps. You used to get free beanies, neck buffs, all your little bits, like your little keyring carabiners, keyring stickers, you know, pens. At the end of the day, it's a show. You know, you pay like 17 quid for your ticket or whatever. You expect to get, you know, at least something. But the days of that are all gone now. It's not what it used to be. I mean, for free, I literally came away with a solid ear cap. After standing speaking to them for half an hour, 40 minutes, managed to get a cap. There we go, look at that, solid air cap, boom. I'm a sucker for a cap as well. I wear caps all the time. If I'm not wearing a cap, I'm wearing a beanie. So it's a bit of an odd colour, but I like it. Yeah, so that was, I got a pen and a magazine, which is standard with entry anyway. Other than that, that was what I got for freebies. And some air fresheners off Timberwolf. So, yeah, I did end up buying a Bear Valley t-shirt in like a turquoise and orange colour. I've got every single colour of I've got every single colour of this t-shirt other than this one. So I brought that. And then for the last 2 years I've been looking for this product in my size. They've not had it, right? I finally found the Explorer hoodie, the Bear Valley Explorer hoodie. So I'm happy I got that. That's all good. So they were the only two things I brought, really. I only wanted the hoodie, but I wanted the t-shirt as well, really, when I seen that. So that was all I really went to the Arb Show for, was for the hoodie. And to get my rope spliced, I don't know how I did it, but about 2 foot from the end of the splice on my rope, it started to fray. I don't know whether I've spiked into it or whether the saw, like my silkies just nipped it or something. I have no idea how it's happened. I noticed it the other day. Yeah, it started to fray, so I was hoping to take my rope with me to Honey Brothers, and then Sean, or the tattoo arborist, whatever you know him by, I was hoping he was going to splice it for me today. But Honey Brothers wasn't at the Arb Show for whatever reason. I have no idea why, so I was unable to have that done. I didn't get anything really other than a hoodie and a t-shirt and a free hat and a magazine and an air freshener. But like I say, years ago, you'd come back with bagfuls. Stuff you didn't need, of course, but it was free, so you're not going to turn it down, are you? Yeah, I just want to know other people's opinion. Am I just being, I don't know, am I just being miserable? You know, is everyone else having a great time? Is everyone else coming back with bags of stuff? You know, am I just unapproachable? Do people not want to come and offer me free stuff? I don't know. I don't know. That's why I just wanted to make this video, to see how other people felt. Judging by how it's gone in past years, I can only see this going downhill. I don't know. I'd like to hear other people's opinion. But then the APF, on the other hand, that's decreased in size. That's not as good as it used to be as well. But that is on a much bigger scale, so that could be a list of things. I know they've had a lot of thefts and stuff over the years, and they've had X amount of machinery stolen. I don't know, I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions on it. Let me know. Yeah, thanks for watching, and let me know down below what you think. I want to hear your guys' opinion. What do you think about the Arb Show this year, or the Arb Show in general?